Welcome back to my channel. I appreciate you guys coming back. It's been 2 weeks that I have not uploaded or done any video whatsoever. This video is a mukbang, as you can see. I'm gonna be eating like noodle soup, maruchan. I'm gonna be eating maruchan, and well, this is gonna be a mukbang. I've never done a mukbang or mukbang, whatever it's pronounced like. I'm sorry if I don't know how to pronounce it. Practically, I'm gonna be explaining in this mukbang why I haven't uploaded, and this is just if you guys care, if you guys want to care. I don't know, but yeah, I guess let's just get started because it is late already. I have not eaten anything. Well, I mean, yeah, I haven't eaten anything. I'm gonna attempt to eat a soup with some chopsticks. Let me tell you what I'm gonna put on the soup before we get started with this whole conversation. First off, let me start by saying I'm gonna put some Cheetos inside. Like, well, I'm gonna be combining it, not really putting it inside, because if I put it inside, it's gonna be like all soggy, so you know, whatever. Let's put some Valentina. If you know, you know, honestly. Well, okay, let's get started, I guess. So the reason why I have not been uploading is because two things happened, like the beginning of this month, honestly. One, my daughter, again, this is not an excuse. You want me to tell you something? I actually did a video, like an ASMR type, before this one, but I didn't like how it came out because there was like too much noise. The sounds I wanted to be like good didn't. Hold on. Oh my god, what the heck? My nose itchy. The sounds I wanted to be like sort of loud weren't loud enough. I didn't like the way it sounded. I didn't like the way I looked in any of the footage, so I just decided to not do the video or upload it, edit it, whatever. So I was like, I'm gonna do one later on. But first, let's talk about what I was talking about in that video. And what I was talking about in that video was, like I said, I've said before that the reason why I didn't upload was because of my daughter, because I had appointments. Well, same thing, my daughter. But it was an appointment. So here's what's, I guess, up or whatever. I went to pick up some things at my sister's house, and what's it called? I sort of took long. My daughter stayed with her grandma, so I was like, okay, you're good. She was sleeping anyway when we left. When we came back, she was what's it called? She was all good, but she fell. Like, literally, the moment we were coming up the stairs, she fell, and she bit her tongue. And she had a laceration. I don't know what it's called. Just a wound. Let's just say a wound in her tongue. She bit herself, like, pretty hard. I would like to say, no. Even though the doctors say no, I would like to say that she did bite herself hard because she had, like, a sort of deep wound in her tongue. And well, she was bleeding, you know. I'm not gonna go full in the story. Oh, actually, yeah, let's just try to go full in the story. We got time. Well, practically, you know, she was bleeding, and we thought maybe it was her gums, you know, like probably she hurt her tooth or something. And we didn't pay mind to it, pues. I don't know how to use chopsticks, so. Don't criticize me by how I eat, because I don't know how to eat good. Okay, going back before I forget and just eat. So practically, well, she She bit her tongue, right? We didn't notice that she did until she was drinking water. She was drinking water all good. And then I think she drank too much that she choked on it. And she spit like blood. And I was like, I'm gonna look at her tongue because like obviously that's not normal. I looked at her tongue and there was the cut. We went to the ER. We were not gonna go to the ER because of how much they take. Like they take long to attend us. But you know, because it's her tongue and you know, like we don't know what to give her, what not to give her, because it's just like this never happened to us. What's it called? We took her. They took like they took us right away, like as in like they took her temperature, her weight, and all that. Yeah, it was fast, but they told us to wait so a nurse can go see her, and it literally took like an hour to see her. We told them about the tongue. It was like nurse after nurse after nurse just telling us the same thing almost over and over again. And I went up to them just to ask because they were actually taking long. We literally got there at like 11, like around 11ish, and we left, just tell you, 11, 12, 1, 2. We literally left at 2. We told them, well, I asked like, can my daughter eat? She's getting grumpy. I don't know what to give her. Like, what do I give her actually? And they told me just to give her, if I could, liquids like milk. And I was like, okay. They saw her and, you know, whatever. During that past hour, that's when I asked if she can eat. And that's when I gave her liquid. And that's when the nurse just came and gave her Motrin for pain. You know, imagine, after 1 hour. I bet you if you bit yourself like that, you'd be like, your tongue would be hurting, right? So, you know, we kind of took long, you know. They gave her Motrin. After that, she wasn't talking before. Are you serious? Oh my god, my battery is dying. Give me a second. So if you see a change of quality, is because I had to change my camera to my phone. It died. Both of them are dead. Apparently I haven't charged it, which I do remember charging. Anyway, like I said, it took forever to attend us, and I gave her Motrin. Like I said, as a parent, I guess, I don't know, just me, but I got like mad, I guess. I understand there's other people, you know, I understand the virus is going on and everything, but I don't know. I don't know. It's just maybe a parent thing. Maybe everyone goes through it. Like, why can't they attend my child first? But, you know, you gotta wait. But, I mean, I feel like 3 hours of waiting is just too much. I told them, like, okay, so is there any way, like, anyone can see my daughter? Like, after they gave her Motrin, I was like, is there any time, like, any way anyone can see my daughter? Because we've been here for a while already. And, like, I understand it's busy, but is there any way you can check her, you know? They're like, yeah, in 5 minutes. I'm like, okay. And they looked like they were sure about the 5 minutes, and I trusted them with the 5 minutes. And then another hour passed. We were tired. It was late. Didn't eat anything like since probably like 2 in the afternoon maybe. It took forever just to tell us that her tongue was good, that it wasn't a deep one, as long as it wasn't like zigzagged or like her tongue falling out or like having a bite on the side, that she was good, that it wasn't that like worrisome, I guess you can say. They took long just to tell us that, and just to tell us that that we can just go home and literally just give her nothing, just avoid spicy, salty, acid, and I don't know what else. I asked if they were gonna give her medication, and they said no. So I was like, okay, but what happens if she gets an infection? They're like, it's less likely for her to get an infection because, you know, her saliva is like kills bacteria or something. And I was like, okay. And then she's like, you know what, let me just give you medicine. And they gave us amoxicillin, something like that. We were like, okay, finally we're out of there. And then, you know, we were good. We were giving her the medicine. I don't want to pronounce because I don't know how to. And they told us that she was good. They told us that, you know, whatever. We were like, okay, fine. At least they checked her. They told her she was good, like a doctor said. So we were like, okay, whatever. I think like 2 days later. Yeah, probably like 2 days later, she got a fever. I was thinking, I don't know if her dad was, but I was thinking, like, what if she's getting a fever because of the tongue? Maybe she got an infection. And we saw her tongue. She didn't have nothing. You know, it was like healing good. I was like, what now? What do we do now? I was like, let's just let this day pass. You know, usually if you go with a child of a fever just for one day, like they don't really attend you. They just go home. She's gonna get better. Give a Tylenol. That day she was like in a bad mood. She was mad. Like in the morning, she was good. She took a nap, and then she woke up from the nap, and that's when everything went down. And I'm saying down because we had to wake her up, you know, because she had to eat. We woke her up, she was good, and then the moment we sat her down in her high chair, that's when everything, like, she didn't want to eat. She was crying, she was kicking, she was slapping. She slapped me like 3 times. She slapped her dad twice, I think, too. And she was just crying nonstop, like nonstop. I was literally crying. I'm very sensitive, so I cry when she cries. We just laid her down on her bed again. Yeah, I mean, eventually she stopped crying. And just seeing her like that just got me in a mood. Then later on, like, you know, we still fed her. Cause she, you know, she was not crying anymore. Okay, I gotta eat this. Oh, by the way, if I'm like a lot, I'll get to that part in 1 second. Also, because this is spicy, sort of, but. Honestly, sometimes my hand goes retarded and tries to go like this. Like, they're like this, and they're like, I don't know how to express it with my hands, but. Next day, she woke up with fever again. Nothing really interesting to tell you guys. I think the 3rd day, I told my mom. She told me if she had fever again the next day that I should go to the ER again. But I told her, what's the difference? You know, like, if we go, they're just gonna tell us to give her Tylenol, because that's literally all they can do, you know, with fever. Yeah, we got scared. We thought she had like COVID, because the day before she got the first time she had a fever, there was this guy that like sneezed, and you could definitely tell when someone doesn't cover their mouth. We're just taking like a night walk. We usually like try to do that, you know, when there's not a lot of people. We really didn't pay mind to it. And then the next day, that's when she woke up with a fever, and that's why we're like, what if it was because of that, you know, because the guy sneezed, and since we saw she had a fever, we gave her Tylenol, and it did go down, but it would go up again. I guess like the medicine would lose its effect or something. But the 3rd day, when she had the fever, matter of fact, she had her fever to 104. Oh no, that was the 2nd day. The 2nd day she had fever of 104, like 104.2 or something like that. And I was like, no, we gotta take her to the ER, like, for sure, you know, because that's considered fever, and that's when you're supposed to take your child to a doctor. We gave her Tylenol, and that definitely made her fever go down. 3rd day, we got up. We were like, let's try to get her COVID tested. Hopefully she doesn't have COVID, and if she does, then we know what she has, and we don't have to like go to the ER or anything, you know, because they're just gonna tell us to give a Tylenol. We took her to get tested. Long story short, she came out negative, thank God. They told us that her symptoms were probably just like an infection. They checked her ear, she didn't have any ear infection, thank God. They told us that she didn't have COVID. Like I said, that was the 3rd day. The 4th day, she had a fever again, right? She had fever like for 4 days. Well, like 3.5, because in the morning she had fever, but then I gave her like Tylenol, and then, you know, actually that day, like, it went away. Like, she had no fever no more. And then the 5th day, she had a rash. Like, she was like, if you have chicken pox, you know, but not chicken pox, like, she had all over her body, like her face, her arms, her legs, her back, her belly, her feet as well. If you hear music, I'm sorry. Previously, I was talking to my cousin that my daughter was sick, and she was telling me that her daughter was sick, and she recently had told me that they told her that her baby had Variola and Phantom virus or something like that. And I was looking into the pictures. I'm gonna probably put it around here, how it looks. My daughter was looking like that. I might put that picture in, probably, I'm not sure, most likely, just so you guys can do the comparison. Like I'm gonna put them probably like around here. And what's it called? While okay, let me search what Resiola in fandom is so you guys know what it is. Like, I don't like saying the word because it sounds like you're a dirty person, but she's a baby, and I mean, we didn't have it, so I don't think we passed it on to her. Resiola, also called Sick's disease. A common viral infection is young children that may cause high fever and a rash, which is what she had. Resiola is a generally mild infection caused by 2 strains of herpes virus. It's common, usually affecting children by age 2, which she's not. It occasionally affects adults. Symptoms include several days of high fever, 4 days of fever, followed by a rash. Literally, she had 4 days of fever and then she had a rash the next day. The rash may appear as many small pink spots. How it spreads: by airborne respiratory droplets like coughs or sneezes, by saliva as kissing or shared drinks, by touching a contaminated surface like blanket or a doorknob, or by skin-to-skin contact like handshakes or hugs. Symptoms, obviously, it's just like her whole body's fever or loss of appetite. She wasn't eating also because her tongue, she really couldn't eat that much stuff like solid food, so we were like barely giving her any solid food, mostly because she didn't want to eat. And matter of fact, now that I think of it, when she had the fever, she was barely eating anything, so she definitely had loss of appetite. Matter of fact, she did lose weight. She was like probably 27 pounds, and then she went down to 26. Irritability, which she definitely had. The skin rash, obviously the like pink spots. Swollen limb nodes. I think she had that because she was like coughing, and until like probably 2 days ago she stopped. That's literally the beginning of August that she got sick. Like the second week of August that she got sick of with this red spots on the soft palate. We never saw. She definitely had a runny nose. It says runny nose or sore throat. She definitely had runny nose because that day that we took her into the ER, we actually went to the ER again to check her out because the next day that she had that the rash, like it got like very bad. That day that we took her to the ER, she had a runny nose and she had cough, like dry cough, and she couldn't sleep like the day before. She kept waking up, you know, obviously because when you have cough you wake up. We told them that we had recently gone in because of her tongue. They checked the tongue and they said her tongue was good, that was not the cause of what was going on. Thank God. He was a student and they told him to take like our information in, and that's because a nurse, I think she's a nurse or a doctor, I'm not sure, my daughter, because she was crying, when she cries she gets red. I guess her pink spots got red and she thought maybe that my daughter had a fever, which thank God in that moment she didn't. She had like 98, so it was good. She asked us what was going on. We gave her the whole, you know, the whole situation, that she had a fever and everything, and then they were like, okay, give me a second, I'm gonna go get you like just a bed for my daughter to rest in. And we were like, okay, thank you. We went and they were like very like, they were like leaving, coming back to us. They were checking her out. They said that that it was most likely the Resiola, which I already kind of assumed that she had, but I wasn't sure. Like I said, I kind of assumed that she had, but it wasn't like confirmed yet until they told us about the virus. They told us not to give her medication, just Tylenol, just in case she gets a fever. And we were like, okay, thank you. Like, we literally took like 1 hour in there and that's it. But the thing is that we went to her pediatrician first, to pediatrics, and the pediatrics is probably like 20 minutes away from here walking, but it's like pretty long, and that day was very hot. And I didn't tell you, I was sick. I got sick. Like when she had a fever, probably like 2 days later, I got sick. But I think it was my fault. Like I got sick on my own. I had recently come out the shower. It was fresh that night, and we slept with the windows open, and my hair was like, it was really, really wet. And I went to sleep like that and covered myself during the night. And then the next day I woke up with a very, very sore throat. Like my throat was hurting. Like you have no idea. I couldn't even swallow my own saliva. It hurted. The next day I woke up with a runny nose and I actually had a mild fever. I had a mild fever of 100. and the highest it went was 101. Going back to the story about going to the pediatrics, it was really hot that day. I was sick. I think practically I had the flu. I also went to get tested for COVID again, because I did get tested for COVID like before, because I was having like a head. Oh, that same day that she got sick, the same day that she had a fever, I was like, my head hurts. I was like, I don't feel good. I want to go get tested. So both her dad and I got tested for COVID, came out negative, thank God. And you know, that's that. And then when I got sick, I was like, I'm gonna go get tested just in case I have COVID. I don't want to, you know, get my daughter sick. We got tested again and it came out negative. So, you know, obviously I was like relieved to know that I didn't have COVID. Yes! Wait, Domino's? Like I said, that day, it was like hell. I was sweating. I just wasn't feeling it. I wasn't not having it, but I had to go as my child, you know? Like, she goes first, you know? Just because I'm sick doesn't mean I can't go, you know? We went to the pediatrics, and we got there, and it was closed. And I called, never answered. Went online to check what time they close. They don't have their time, so I was like, I don't know what time they close, so let's just risk it, you know? And we went walking. That was before we went to the ER. And then the secretary just told us, or the receptionist that's there to take your information and everything. She let me check if they can attend you. If not, then you're gonna have to, you know, come back another day. She went to see if the doctor, like pediatric, was available. I guess they were gone or they were leaving, or I don't know. But she's like, no, they can't attend you right now. She's like, but let me see, how bad is it? She said she saw her, but it was because it was very hot. My daughter got really red, like her rash was like red, like I told you. And she told us, no, you really gotta take her to the ER. And then we were like, okay, thank you. And then we had to go to the ER, which was like 10 minutes away from there, or probably 20. I felt like it was like a whole hour. But I might just be exaggerating a little bit, but that's how I felt it. And we went to the ER, and like I said, I already told you that story. The attendance was pretty fast. Only like when, you know, to register, I guess. That definitely took like probably like 10 minutes. That's pretty much it about my daughter. But I got sick. My daughter is like punto y aparte, like she's done with this conversation. I actually thought I had COVID because like I was having a headache, matter of fact, like for a whole 2 days. So I definitely thought I had COVID, but thank God I didn't. Going to my daughter though, thank God she's good. She doesn't have skin rash no more. Well, yeah, she doesn't have skin rash no more. I'm still sick. I have like not a runny nose, but I still have a lot of mucus, and my eardrums get like clogged or something. I don't know if that's the right word, but they get clogged a little bit. And the bad thing also is that I'm not the only one sick now. It's like her dad too. Her dad got sick. My daughter's dad got sick, so now he's sick. But not really. Like, he drank medicine before, like he felt he was getting sick, so he drank medicine. But yeah, thank God, you know, we're good. Like I was like beyond bad. Like my throat was hurting like OD. Oh, and I did lose appetite as well. I didn't feel like eating. Like there was like 2 days that I ate, but because I had a cough, and I don't know if it's just me, but every time I cough, I have literally to take out the like phlegm. So every time I coughed, I had to go to the bathroom, take it out. And there was one time I ate enchiladas, and I took it all out. Like I literally threw everything up, and I didn't feel like eating anymore. The only thing I ate literally during that whole day was a banana. That's literally all I ate, because then we ordered Popeyes and I didn't even eat anything. I literally just pinched the chicken. Like I was like this and I was like that, and that was it. I really didn't eat anything, and I wasn't even hungry the next day. I didn't even want to eat, but you know, I have to eat, otherwise I'm not gonna get better. So yeah, I lost weight as well. I lost like 4 or 5 pounds. And since then, I really haven't been that hungry. I've only eaten like once a day. But yeah, that's it for today's video. I really didn't show you how I ate, but I did eat. Like, most of my soup is gone. I mean, most of it's still there, but yeah, I think that's all for this video. I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you guys are good. But yeah, I think the flu is going around. Just take care, guys, and like I said, and please sanitize your hands every time you touch something, because you never know. This is literally what I said in the last video, and look at me now. I'm sick still. I appreciate you guys coming back to my video, and yeah, hopefully we can do this again. Take care. Bye.